welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here on Shockwave with 3 more weeks until Money in the Bank. And I signed a lot of young talent just to stick in NXT to use in pre-show matches. My other disclaimer for this, and from now on, is the fact I've now switched the show timings off. So there's a good chance that you'll see more matches and get more promos put together. And it just makes it feel a bit more all-rounded. I'll see how this show looks to see how it goes, because if it ends up just dragging out the show and making it rubbish, I'm not going to do it. But for now, the pre-show here is over an hour, and the main show, while I'm going to try and keep them to 2 hours, I believe the main show is about 2.5 hours long. Most of that is just to give my 5-minute matches, maybe 8, so that's the only reason. For the pre-show, I have a host of new talent, and I gave Zack Sabre and Koto the victory. And I'm in shock that I actually have them both as openers still. They are definitely going to ask to be moved up the card after this show. I'm just pumping Austin Aries through matches at the moment. I didn't know who to lose for him. That's the problem, because he's not over enough to really have a great match with Rusev. So I'm really stuck here. We then did a 4-on-4. Mystico Sabre, Chris Sabin, and Murphy and Blake pick up the victory. You can see they are well above the rest. The other 4 have been used before, so they are a little bit more over. You can tell the newer signings on here. My continuing punishment of Alan Young is a squash match against Kane. Yeah, I'm just not happy that he may be negative for my backstage. And I also gave Braun Strowman a squash match, and he improved. Yay! Yeah, the guy he beat has nothing, which is quite funny. Yeah, Braun Strowman gets a win. Needed it. Another experimental 4-on-4. Drew Gulak and Anthony Nese. Who actually won this? Yep, they've won against Bubba Ray, who is going to become a trainer. His new contract offer is only NXT training. And then we have Ali and Cedric Alexander, Zack Ryder. I know Bubba Ray probably, but the age thing puts me off the most. I have been tweaking just with gimmicks, so yeah, I'm not too worried. Yeah, so many people have bad. I have about 6 people that have bad gimmicks, so I just thought I'd try and change them up a little bit. But no, Steph Rowley is a show stealer from what I've seen. These 2 have good chemistry. Sheamus picks up a win. And Vidal got a 38. I need to look at some of his stats post-show, I believe. The Revival then picked up a win. Yeah, pretty much just what it says on the tin there. They needed a win. I went for a main event just to try and lift the crowd a little bit. And I had Okada defeat Ricochet in a 77, which I think is a great match, considering Ricochet is just what I'd call one of my lead cruiserweights. And so yeah, I'm looking to push him a lot more. And that's a quality rating. Really happy with that to end the pre-show. We start the show with Austin Aries in a 100 rated segment. Bloody hell. Most of this is just Rusev laughing at the fact that he has to face someone as puny as Austin Aries. He has no real reputation. He hasn't really earned a shot to face the Bulgarian brute. He's just given a briefcase and hoping for the best. I didn't know if I could do some form of sneak attack on Rusev. I just don't feel like he deserves to be beat down. So Austin Aries is cashing on the last night in the main event for Shockwave. The other reason is I've kind of divided up what I would call a big 4, Rusev, Punk, Styles and Cena, all into different storylines. So we have like one Punk, Joe, Styles, Cole, Cena, Sandow. So not against the most prominent opponents, but Styles and Cole is just to push Cole to the next level, trying to get Samoa Joe up a little bit more and Damien Sandow. So I feel it works quite well. AJ Styles and Adam Cole sort of come out. Let's take a claim that whoever wins, they're going to come after the title next. Adam Cole is in the Money in the Bank. AJ Styles is not. At the moment, Styles doesn't actually have a match on the pay-per-view. Purposely at the moment. But now I'm taking the times off. I may just throw in a match with him. They'll probably do some form of elaborate tag team match with the main talent, so I don't waste a quality singles match on a pay-per-view because they have the pay-per-view. As you can see here, they got the Great American Bash, which is 2 weeks after Money in the Bank, and I don't want to waste good singles matches for a 2-week later pay-per-view. And everyone gets good rated tag matches, as we've seen by my so-called best matches. We start our main matches. Last week, William Regal got told Killian Dane, Jack Gallagher, and Marty Scurll would have their matches. So this is the first one. Killian Dane defeats Tozer. So he advances in the King of the Ring. And we go backstage, and William Regal congratulates Killian Dane and looks at Jack Gallagher and Marty Scurll and says, "Look, you two, come on, get this done. One of us is going to bring royalty to the British Empire." I do obviously have Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in this as well, but I'm trying to push these three a little bit more. Again, I give the Briscoe brothers another tag team victory, non-title, over the Vaudevillains. As a tag team, they're getting 80s. What more can you ask for these two? Quality tag team. And they get attacked and put through tables by the club. Those two will meet at Money in the Bank, but it is going to be the club's very last attempt at this title, because I come back to them to face the Briscoes seemingly every 3 months or so, because they put on such great matches. In another match, Noam Dar defeated Jack Gallagher when Bad News Barrett attacked Jack Gallagher. These two are clearly not that over, so this is another plus of a slightly extended show. I can give them a little bit more time to hopefully get better, but otherwise no. But we use the Bad News thing. And after the match, William Regal storms into Shane McMahon's office and he demands that Bad News, and it's going to be an Oblivion match, are banned from the Marty Scurll match, and they want them to pay for next week. Bad News will have his match, and he'll be facing Zack Sabre Jr., and Oblivion match has already had his match, so we're going to have a little payback. Jack Gallagher may get a match as well. Just putting some big tag teams, or I say big, they're my other tag teams on the show. We ended up giving the Lucha Dragons and the Unexpected a victory. They are actually the teams in, or 3 of the teams in this, 2 of the teams in this, 1 of the teams in this. Oh, this match changed from what I remember. I thought I actually had the Unexpected in that. Still, that's going to be in a week before Money in the Bank. We're trying some gimmick changes. So he's a bad fan favourite, so we're going to try and make him a show stealer. Below average, great. Again, we're going to have Tyler Breeze and Cody Rhodes cut some promo here. Tyler Breeze is basically saying that when he gets Cody Rhodes to join the Fashion Capital, they will become the dominant force on Shockwave. And Rusev, Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura will need to watch their backs because they will become champions one day. Cody Rhodes sort of comes out and says, "If I join the Fashion Capital, I'll make sure you never win a title, Tyler. And I will take over and you will be the one left with nothing." So Tyler's kind of put himself in a bad place here. He's pushed and pushed to get Cody Rhodes to come and join, and having a match at, it's not a Money in the Bank, it's at that Battleground, I believe it was, and it's going to be an item on a poll thing. So if Tyler wins, Cody has to join Fashion Capital. If Cody wins, Tyler Breeze has a restraining order against Cody, so he can no longer just get in the ring unless it's a sanctioned match by the general manager. So it's a nice 92 between those two. I need to check Tyler's popularity too. And the final King of the Ring qualifier, such my skill picks up a win. Both similarly rated. I'm a bit disappointed not using Shelley, but I'm having some of the new guys I had need to pick up wins. We then have a contract signing that doesn't really become anything more. Okada and Nakamura basically trying to do a respectful thing. They don't need to sneak attack each other this year. They know the stakes. They're going to fight for the US title, and it's going to try and be a show stealer. I believe that is penciled in for Money in the Bank, but I can't look because I haven't had the Raw pay-per-view, but I have planned for Raw Money in the Bank. No spoilers, I hope to say. Bloody hell. That was something I wasn't expecting. Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn defeat Tyler Breeze and Cesaro when Cody Rhodes defeats Cesaro. This keeps Tyler Breeze strong in the Beautiful Disaster storyline and the Money in the Bank, which does have all four of these in. I got a separate storyline just with Cesaro, Zayn, Bobby Roode, and the other members, Bobby Roode and Adam Cole. An 87, that's surprisingly impressive. I was expecting maybe an 80. But Tyler Breeze and Cesaro as a tag team work. Maybe Cesaro has a place in the fashion capital. We could work with that. We then have Samoa Joe and CM Punk going back and forth about talking about what they've won on the independent scene and how Joe was never given the chance that Punk had, and Joe wants to take all the limelight Punk is looking to get in the future. So yeah, nice little rivalry. It's one built for decades. It's a bit like what Owens and Zayn have had in real life, or have had in the past in real life. I like this idea. And yes, okay, this was not going to be the greatest of matches. Will Ospreay and Neville picked up the win over Omega and Jack Evans. Jack Evans had zero chemistry with Kenny Omega, great. And Neville isn't good at this potential heel turn. Fair enough. But Will Ospreay got the win and is facing Omega for the title. Afterwards, Will Ospreay goes to shake Neville's hand, and Neville just kind of walks off, ignores him completely. So yeah, not sure why I didn't move a storyline on. I must have forgotten to put one of them in when I'm looking to do something with Neville, and I'm trying to make him the character we know, but he's a rubbish heel. So he's only just not interested at the moment, so it's sort of a slow buildy one. I could have sworn we already did this segment, but okay, we had another one of these. My bad if I did that one twice. And I thought this would have been a better main event. AJ Styles and Damien Sandow defeated Cena and Adam Cole when AJ Styles defeated Cena. I didn't want Adam Cole to be pinned. We can see Adam Cole is getting to the same level. Damien Sandow is moving up. An 82 is solid enough. And afterwards Sandow just attacks Cena. He's had enough. He saw him down, just continues a beat down. We'll check and hope we got mid-80s. We had some A's in there. We got an 86. We gained popularity. Yeah, I did balls this up by putting this one in twice. I'm not quite sure. I could have sworn I only put this in once. I'm thinking, is that meant to have been something else? It can't have been anything else, really. Never mind. We all make mistakes. Might have got me a few extra ratings, if I'm lucky. We'll head back to the main screen now and have a quick look at things. And we are now back to the main screen, so let's do the news thing. Number one storyline is us, which is always good to see. Pay rises, eh? I have been pushing her a little bit. They'll won a match, so I guess that. And the same for her, they were only high as NXT. Nothing to worry about there. Let's check the storylines for Shockwave. The Battle of Britain is solid enough. I like the Beautiful Disaster. The Cruiserweights, it does have never win there, not teamed with anyone. Never mind. The Money in the Bank, as I said, we've only got those on there for now. Punk and Joe, respect. Ruined my future. The tag titles, the World Tag, I only had one bit with that, so going to have great heat going into that match. That's weak when no one cares. And that's doing really well too, so I'm really happy with that. And the other one I need to look at really is just who's hot. Gallows and Rusev are the only ones off Shockwave. It's great to see that Nikki Cross is on there now. And Jack Evans is on Shockwave. Don't really use him. So Shelton Benjamin, same story. We said we wanted to look at Ruben. Let's check. Ruben. It's his rookie year, and he's got a nearly 40 rating in a match. So he's up to nearly 20. See, we signed him then, so he's gone right up. And his skills, he's got a very limited list. Performance, physical. So he's pretty average, but that's not a bad thing. At least he's already got a tag team. Yeah, so I'm reasonably happy. And the other one we wanted to look at was Tyler Breeze. See how far he's come since his last little attempt to push his rivalry with Cody Rhodes. That seems to be the best one to look at. So he's into the just 60s. As you can see, he has gone up a whole rating through May. And he has gone up yet again since that last match. Yeah, I have 208 wrestlers. Slightly too many. 3 brands though. One thing I like to look at the end of each week maybe, it's going to probably be on the Shockwave episode, is to see if there's any shocks on this popularity trail. We go just to the US because that's the only one that matters to what we're doing. Rusev has gone below Roman and Daniel Bryan again. The Undertaker's like impossible to knock off. And Brock Lesnar's the same, I think. Orton's doing really well, Punk. I'm still happy the Miz is right up there. I'm happy I've got AJ going the right way. I thought that said Kane for a minute, that scared me. Got Finn Balor on the top list, which I like the look of. Above him, John Cena's crashing down the list. Nakamura's going up, as is Cody. Adam Cole and Okada. Drew Galloway doing pretty well. And Samoa Joe and Sheamus. So yeah, it's looking pretty solid on there. That's going to end this episode, and we are back just on Monday Night Raw, I believe. Next time. Monday Night Raw. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.